Alright, what's up everybody? This is Varric here. Finally able to bring the full build hybrid Flamebellow Barbarian. I know I kind of did an intro, just getting started build, finally had my two weapons. I would say this build is complete, as good as it can be. Obviously there's room for min-maxing. I can get some life, large charms and stuff like that. There's room for improvements and better rings by crafting. But we'll just go ahead and go through the gear once again. Before I do, again, like I always say, if you guys like my videos, if you want me to do more, please feel free to comment, ask for something. Happy to do some builds, talk about some stuff, go through like my decision process for making this. And again, if you like my videos, please feel free to like, please feel free to subscribe. I'll try to be putting stuff out as frequently as possible, as life allows as well. But anyway, yeah, thank you for the support, those of you who already have. With that being said, let's get into it. So once again, gear, you've already seen the swords if you saw my last video. This is the one I slammed myself and found. I was pretty stoked on it. This is what's kind of the trademark of this build particularly. Ohms are a little higher end. I don't know if they were totally necessary, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to, I think style points, it looks cool having those 4 runes in there. Zods and ohms, that's a big old barbarian thing. So, boots, we're going war Travs. I wanted to try these out. I was running Gore Riders, but I think with I'll show the chest plate, with crit, I do think the just flat damage and flat ED is going to be more beneficial. You start to lose out a little bit from the benefits of DS from the crit from the chest as you increase your DS. So you kind of want to keep it not necessarily capped out. It's still going to be good, just not quite as helpful as it would have been. It just starts to lose a little bit of its power. Here's a ring. Here's my dual leech ring, 20 strength, pretty cool, nice AR, light slam. 21 strength, Nosferatu. So here I do have some DS, a little bit of DS in the build, which is helpful. Here's the other ring, just a big old ring, lots of max damage, some lifesteal, huge strength, huge dex, which helps with my AR. Fire resist, a nice all res. These are pretty awesome. I upgraded these. I actually just got these like literally 2 seconds ago, or 2 minutes ago in a trade. So 10 enemy pierce, 10 enemy fire pierce, and 10 DS. That's pretty awesome. Chest piece is a G-Bane with 3 sockets in it, all 5 facets. Just some random rolls, pretty mid-range, but those rolls aren't a huge deal for G-Bane. And this here, Mara's, so with 39 ED, this also costs a decent amount. 25 res, 2 skills, 39 ED. So these +2 all skills actually benefit the +2 crit strike from G-Bane. So you actually have +4 there, which is really nice. And then, so that's a good deal. And then lastly, the big crowning achievement, pretty awesome piece here, 13% PDR, percent. Let's see, 3 battle cry, 3 masteries, 2 battle orders, but whatever, not a huge deal. With 5 facets as well. So that's the gear, and then we just have a bunch of 4 large charms, all 4%. None of them are too crazy. Some dex, some damage, torch and Annie, and a nice little big old fire boost here, which is very helpful for the build. I don't know if that's necessary. I could throw something else in there, but I liked it. On swap, as you saw before, the Bang Song, 2 +1 skills and 2 socket from the P box. Mercenary, we did find him, or not find him, we did make him an infinity, so that's pretty hype. We got a flickering flame with level 4 resist aura, so I will probably eventually try to reroll that, not reroll, but just roll another one, try to get to 6. Level 8 Templar's Might that he's wearing, some Gore Riders, String of Ears, 15%, some dex, and Lava Gout. That does actually, the enchant helps, gives me more fire damage, so that's pretty sweet. Stats, lots of strength. We're pretty much dumping strength for the ED. Enough life to get to, it did dump some into vitality just to get like, I think I got 2k unbuffed, which is comfortable for me. I want to have a little bit more life just because my, I was not quite as confident on my life leech. Before I was doing more physical damage, but now I'm doing a lot of physical damage and enough dex to wear your swords. You do actually get, I am using the Blessed Name Mercenary, so you do get a lot of Blessed Name, or a lot of AR from that, but you also get a lot of AR from halberds, right? So it's 423 based on character level. I think this ring has some AR. Any of my decks is going to help as well. So I am at 10k, almost 11k attack rating, so that's really good. Here are my resists. This actually was, I kind of had to do some mad scientists to get these. As you can, like I said, I'm using the Maras. I have a cold res slammed, so my cold res actually drops down if I take this off. And then resists rings, and then this stuff. So I am pretty comfortable with my resists. I'm alright with poison being 62, whatever. Mercenary, I already showed. Lastly, we'll do skills. So I actually probably will change my skills up a little bit. I just need to get a token. Reason being, now that I have Battle Cry on my halberds, I don't need to go down this tree anymore. So I can save a couple points here. So I'll likely max Battle Command, max Weapon Mastery, max Iron Skin. 1 point into each of these. I did a couple more just to cap my resistances, and I'll probably, when I redo my skills, I'll see like how many I actually need based on my gear. And 1 point in Frenzy, like I said, just to build up your Frenzy, and max Whirlwind, just to, again, increase your AR, increase your damage and your velocity, because you're zooming on this build. It's really nice. So I didn't show cows last time, so I figured what the hell, we'll show cows, and it's going to be pretty fun. Pre-buff. Nice thing about this build is you really don't need any other pre-buffs. Also real quick, nice thing about, so yeah, we'll show you. You're just zooming around, killing cows. Always keep your frenzy up. And it is strong. Right? So you're not doing as much fire damage as the pure fire build. So you may not do the stupid amount of fire damage against mobs that have very low fire res, like cows. So I'm going to be doing a little bit more physical damage to them, and they do tend to have more defense against physical damage than anything, but even then, I'm still crushing them, not an issue. So, not too worried. And, by having that extra physical damage, I'm able to do a lot more maps, I'm able to sustain a lot better. I'm not as scared about keeping my life leech up. I can get away with 11 life leech pretty comfortably. I really don't risk dying very often as long as I'm spinning around. So, and I have some PDR, so that's nice. I could drop Blessed Name Mercenary to get extra PDR, run Defiance, but I do like having him. I like the little extra Deadly Strike that he gives me. So I'm kind of at a nice medium bit of Deadly Strike. I'm still low enough that it's still getting a lot of benefit from the G-Bane's crit. And again, I don't think it's quite necessary because I don't find myself dying a lot. Sorry for the dogs again. As usual, they're off on the side so you can't see them, I'm sorry. That's the husky. So yeah, we'll keep zooming through here. Don't necessarily need to finish the map. We'll make our way to Cow Queen, and then I'll finish this up after. But it's fun, guys. It is a sweet build. It looks super cool. I mean, how can you get more barbarian than 2 flaming swords, having your chest exposed with your blue tattoos, and a big old black winged helmet. So he's pretty cool right now. I'm happy with where he is. I really don't need to be going much further in terms of like looking for gear. I can probably slam my Annie or get a better Annie and slam it. So it's been pretty cool. But knowing me, I'll probably get bored, and now that there's no more gearing to do, I'll probably just look to make another character and gear another character up, because hey, that's how I get fun out of the game. Even though I tell myself every season that this is my season to get to 99, but I think the patience it takes is just beyond me. I'm not here for it, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys track of my journey as I level along. I probably won't do another gear update unless I'm like insanely GG with like a bunch of 4% 35 life large charms and some other insane stuff. Mysterious altar. So we're getting some crystal shards. For those of you who are coming back to the game, let's see where this is. There it is. So this is a new event in maps, the Mysterious Altar. So I'll show you. I'll go proc it and we'll get into it. And remember, the only weakness of this character is when you run into something that is both fire and physical immune. However, you just do one of these little guys and you can kill them. So here you go, you click the altar of the catalyst and this little guy pops out, this Guardian of Fate, not this Mind Maul, but Guardian of Fate. You can't really see because of the grates here, but he splits himself into a couple pieces, you kill the pieces, he teleports around, he's a little annoying. Sorry, I just have other cows coming at me. I can't even pay attention to where he is. He's going all over the place. And I can't see. I think this is him. There he is. Alright, so you kill him. So, do not forget, because I've done this before, to go click the catalyst altar again. Right, and these catalyst shards drop. So catalyst shards drop, what do? There you go, use it to add a guaranteed random event to your map. I haven't really looked into like what the most, if there is an actual efficient way or how to use those, but honestly I just use it on a map because it's just going to give you an event on any map you want. So I don't know if there's a particular tier map that gives you better tier events. I don't think that's the case. I've never heard of that, so I think just use it. Use it on whatever you feel like. Might as well. So here is Cal Queen. Shout, I think there's a physical immune in there somewhere, so yeah. But she gets handled pretty well, not too hard on lifesteal. And she gives a PD. Nice. Alright. So there it is. We got a pretty awesome, I don't like using the term GG because I think that should be reserved for the Gest of G items and builds. I don't necessarily think this is a GG build. I could always make it better, but it's pretty awesome. It's pretty endgame. I don't really have much more room for improvement other than some min-maxing and, again, like I said, just some better crafts. Can maybe juggle around some gears, maybe use Gore Riders instead of these, but that is the build. It's been fun making this build. It's been fun keeping you guys updated through my journey. Again, please feel free to comment and I'll throw some other builds out there, you know, maybe answer a question or two that I think could be relevant that other people could benefit from. But yeah, helps me create some content. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be streaming after this, so feel free to hang out. Again, I do stream on twitch.tv/Varyk, VARYK. So I'll try to stream as much as I can as life allows. All right, guys, take care.